Good morning, guys. It's January 4th, 2018, and today starts the beginning of, hopefully, a journey that will change my life. Ever since I was in the 3rd grade, I've had to wear these. Not these specifically, but I've had to wear glasses. And to be honest, it's something that I've always just hated. I've hated how dirty they get. I've hated that they don't cover my entire field of vision, so my peripheral vision gets worse as a result. A lot of people say change to contacts. My eyes don't really work well with contacts. I've tried so many different kinds over the years and it just hasn't worked for me. So today, I'm heading to a place called Commonwealth Eye Surgery to do the second evaluation for LASIK. My wife had LASIK done about a month and a half, 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago, something like that. It's absolutely been amazing for her, but I don't think she wore glasses nearly as long as I have, so let's just hope that everything goes appropriately. I'm gonna see if I can bring this along with me and capture some of the process during this, and then hopefully during the actual procedure itself. Although I won't be filming the procedure because that's not my kind of channel. So let's head out. And a grueling 3.5 hours later, I'm out of my appointment. I didn't pull out the camera or phone or anything once I went into that office, but suffice to say it was an interesting process. They start off by sticking a string in your eye. Right here on the corner, they basically just poke you in the eye with it, make you close your eye to hold it in there. I think it has a little hook on the end or something. It's just a string, but it's to make sure that you tear up appropriately. The second part involved sitting in machines, kind of like what you'd see at the eye doctor's office. Things that take a good look at the inside of your eye and the shape of everything, only quite a bit more advanced. Then they took me into a room where things got kind of interesting. They did a traditional eye exam where they just made sure my prescription was correct. But then a nurse came in and put numbing drops in my eyes and did a pressure test. And Christina had given me an idea as to what that was going to be like. And basically what they do there is they take this some sort of an instrument and they poke you in the eye. Because you've had the numbing drops, you don't actually feel anything, but having someone come at your eye, kind of like that, with what looks like a pencil, that was a little terrifying for me. Realistically, knowing that the rest of the process is going to involve a laser going at my eye, I kind of expected something like this was going to happen, but you never were quite really prepared for it. And because my reactions to everything up to that point were a little bit mixed, I'm a little bit timid when it comes to things happening around my eye or around my mouth, anything on my face. I just get a little bit tense. They sent another nurse in after the eye poking nurse to put what they call the speculum in my eye. And I'm gonna see if I can flash it up on the screen. The scene from A Clockwork Orange where Alex has his eye taped open, kind of like that. So there was a nurse that came in, again, used numbing drops on my eye, and then walked me through actually getting that inside of my eye so it would hold it open. Not the most fun thing in the world, let's just put it that way. That's something that my wife didn't have to have done at this test, but they knew that she wasn't really gonna have an issue with it where they thought I might, and they don't want to make you go through the whole process and pay for everything and then find out that you can't actually hold your eye open. So luckily I was able to do so, and after that the doctor dilated my eyes and made me watch a movie, answer a bunch of questions as to just to make sure I know what's gonna happen and I know what the results are gonna be like. The problem with that is I was unaware that I've never had my eyes dilated, for one. I was unaware that having your eyes dilated actually basically turns off the focusing point at the front of your eye so they can thoroughly check the inside of your eyes out, but that lasts for hours and hours, especially if you have light colored eyes like I do. And in turning that whole section of your eye off, your eyes won't focus, meaning I can't see things that are up close to me. I'm perfectly okay to drive, I can see far away, but they didn't tell me this ahead of time. I'd never had my eyes dilated, and so I kind of panicked a little bit. Broke out in sweat, got really nervous. Once I talked to one of the nurses, she said that's completely normal, it's supposed to do that. I was okay. And I had my headphones on me, I was listening to an audiobook, Ready Player One. That definitely helped to keep me nice and calm when I was alone. And I spent a lot of time in that room alone, just waiting for people to come in. Either way, I ended up going and sitting with the person afterward to schedule my appointment, to talk through the procedure. It turns out I'm actually a candidate for 2 different types of LASIK. You have the standard LASIK that just corrects your vision to whatever your glasses would be, straight across the board, just like anybody else that had the same prescription as me. I would have my eyes done like them. And then they offer custom LASIK, and I know very, very little about that other than it does a custom map of your eye, correcting every little piece of it on the inside to make sure it is perfect, or as perfect as it can be, because not all eyes are capable of 20/20 vision. But the big thing that they say that will help with is nighttime driving. So your vision when you're driving at night, in terms of like the lights that are shining at you, so lights from cars that are coming at you or stoplights or things like that, you won't see as much glare or haze or halo around it. My wife still sees that because she had the standard LASIK, and I'm very tempted. It's about $400 more per eye to do it, so I'm gonna do some reading on it to see if that's worthwhile. But either way, this is about the last of this update to talk about my LASIK experience, because I have about 3 weeks until my next appointment, which is the day of surgery. And I'm already a little scared about it, but we'll see what happens in 3 weeks. And cut to several weeks later. It's January 25th right now. It's the morning of the surgery. We've just dropped the kids off at school and daycare, and Christina's gonna be driving me and dealing with I'm terrified. I'm not ready for this.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I've had it done. Yeah. It's not that bad.
Yeah, and I was wrong earlier. It was the middle of October when you had it done, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's several months out. This is about to be day 1 for me. So I don't think I can actually take a camera in there with me, and I don't think you'd want to see it, but she'll take over for a little while.
Yep.
So onward to the surgery center. And this will let you know what I'm getting away from.
So we're in the waiting room. How you feeling?
Still nervous. I had the Valium, so I'm all here now.
Yay.
Hopefully this will kick in soon, so I'll be...
Yeah, the Valium will kick in really soon. You just took it like 2 minutes ago, so...
ready to be rid of these.
Yes.
And we're back in the car. And I have eyes that supposedly work. I've got them closed because I'm supposed to keep them closed all day. Valium did not work very well for me. Didn't do a whole lot. So that was absolutely terrifying. But it's over now. Time to go home, take a big, long nap.
Yay. And he has gotten up from taking a little rest after surgery. How you feeling?
Still feeling kind of tired, but I was having trouble sleeping anyway. It constantly feels like I've got eyelashes in my eyes, and anytime I open my eyes all the way, tears just start pouring out.
Which is normal.
Yeah.
The tearing should happen most of the day today and possibly some tomorrow.
Yeah. But I'm mainly just sitting around with my eyes closed and gonna have a little lunch and continue to rest and be blind for a little while.
Yep. You're doing a lot better now than you were when you first came out of surgery.
Yeah. I had a full-on panic attack during the surgery. Like, I've never panicked like that before. But it's over now, and that's the most important thing.
Yep.
And luckily, I've got a lot of assistants around here that I can call out to for music or for playing audiobooks. So I can ask Google or Amazon Echo devices to play back stuff and not have to watch it. It's good stuff.
Sounds like your lunch is ready.
Hooray.
Yay.
And it's the start of day 1 after LASIK. Last night was really not that big of a deal. I just kept the goggles on, kept my eyes closed as much as possible, and tried to stay entertained, which meant a lot of listening to what Duncan and Christina and Ellis were watching on TV, but that's okay. But one thing I hadn't thought about with all of this is experiencing my first sunrise without glasses since like 3rd grade. And actually, there it is. And it's a pretty majestic one. It does not disappoint. Now, one thing I should definitely say though, my eyes are not perfect. If I cover up my right eye, my left eye, I can see pretty clearly. There's a little bit of a halo, but from what I understand, that's gonna go away. And if I get really close and you look at the right angle, I've got a little bit of a red dot on my eye. That's a contusion, a hematoma, something. I'm gonna go see the doctor today and he'll tell me what that is, but Christina had one also. If I cover my left eye though, my right eye is significantly blurry. It's nowhere near as bad as it used to be, and hopefully it will get better over time. But I think the way that we'll wrap this video up, I'm gonna go to the doctor today, I'll tell you what the results are, and then maybe we'll follow up with a future video down the road, 3 months, 6 months, something like that, my experience with LASIK. Just for full disclosure, I did pay for my LASIK. It was gonna be like $5,400, and I have vision insurance through my work, so I was able to save 15% on it through that. I know it doesn't feel right offering a coupon to somebody who's gonna cut your eye open, but still. So I ended up paying about $4,600, and that's definitely expensive, but the benefit that I'm going to get out of it, not having to wear glasses every single day and being able to see when I wake up in the middle of the night to go deal with the baby or go deal with whatever I have to, I feel that that's definitely worthwhile for me. Anyway, I'll let you know what happens at the doctor. All right, eye doctor time. I've got 2 pairs of sunglasses that I've been kind of going back and forth between. These are the primary ones that I've got. These are the Snapchat spectacles. Luckily, I kept the lenses that are not prescription whenever I bought prescription lenses for it, so just swapped them back out. My dad also gave me these. These are Tommy Hilfiger something that he's probably had for like 20 years. And honestly, they're a little bit blurry. So I'm more inclined to go with the Snapchat specs, but I think just for walking in here, I'll just go with this. Anyway, let's go see what the doctor says. Alrighty, we are now done with the doctor visit. I didn't capture anything while I was in there. Pretty much just a standard eye doctor visit. He said the little red spot on this eye is just a sort of like a bruise from the procedure itself, and it should disappear in the next couple of days. My right eye, as I mentioned earlier, it's a little bit hazy. It's kind of like you're looking through a fogged up window. He said there's a little spot of dryness right in the center, and that's probably what's causing it. And again, it should go away in the next day or two. He said just to keep up the drops, and everything should be good. My next appointment is in 2 weeks, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. For me, LASIK has been an absolute life changer. I can now see things at a distance and up close with no corrective lenses or anything needed. So that's like 25 years of my life I've had to wear them, and now I don't, and it's such a difference. So I guess let me know down in the comment section below. Have you had LASIK? Have you thought about it? Do you need it? There's a lot of people out there that don't need glasses and never will, but there are a lot of people like myself who have had glasses since they were little kids and haven't considered the procedure that maybe you should. I mean, for a lot of people, you pay a couple of $100s a year for glasses, maybe even more, sometimes a lot less. So paying a few $1,000s to not have to buy glasses again, it's a good investment for me. And for Christina, she was paying lots and lots of money for contact lenses. She was doing the everyday disposables, and that was hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like $800 a year. So it was very much worthwhile for her as well. So anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. Thank you for coming with me on this little long journey that we've been on. We'll see how this video ends up being edited. The doctor said I can go back to using the computer today, so I'm probably going to go ahead and finish editing this and get it uploaded. Hit the like button if you like the video. I'll definitely do a follow-up on this in a few weeks or maybe a couple of months just to let you know if it's gotten any better or any worse. Subscribe to the channel to get notified when those new videos do go up, and I'll see you again next time. I gotta go find some new sunglasses because these are probably not quite as flattering as somebody my age should be wearing. Bye guys.